It started as a simple request. He just wanted a copy of his data. After years of using the platform, he finally clicked the option, Download your data. Messages, photos, search history, everything. A few hours later, he received an email. Subject line, Your archive is ready. He downloaded the file to his laptop. It was bigger than expected. Much bigger. Over 38 gigabytes. He frowned. That didn't make sense. He didn't even upload that many photos. Still, he extracted the folder. Inside were hundreds of files, organized neatly. Messages, images, activity logs, exactly what he expected. But one folder caught his attention. It was labeled other_data. He didn't remember creating anything like that. Curious, he opened it. Inside were dozens of video files, all named with timestamps. His stomach tightened slightly. He clicked one. The video opened, and for a moment, nothing seemed wrong. It was just a clip of him sitting at his desk, working on his laptop. From behind, the angle looked strange, like it wasn't recorded from his device, like it was recorded from somewhere inside the room. He paused the video. His eyes slowly scanned the frame. The desk, the chair, the wall behind him, everything looked normal, except for one detail, the angle. It was too high, too still, too perfect, like the camera had been placed somewhere above him, watching. He leaned closer to the screen, replayed the video, frame by frame. The angle didn't change, perfectly stable, like it was mounted somewhere fixed, not handheld, not accidental. His chest tightened slightly, because he knew something about his room. There were no cameras, at least none that he knew of. He paused the video again, zoomed in to the top corner of the frame, the ceiling. There, a faint dark spot, small, almost invisible, something he had never noticed before. He minimized the video, slowly looked up in real life toward the exact same spot on his ceiling. Nothing obvious, just plain white paint. But now his mind wouldn't let it go. He stood up, walked a few steps back, adjusted his position to match the angle from the video, then looked again. This time he saw it, a tiny black dot, no bigger than a screw head, blending perfectly into the ceiling. His stomach dropped. He stepped closer, reaching up, but stopped halfway, because his laptop made a sound. A new file had just appeared in the folder. He froze. He hadn't downloaded anything else. He slowly turned back to the screen. A new video file, fresh timestamp, created just now. His throat went dry, because that meant one thing. The folder wasn't just old data. It was still being updated in real time. He hesitated, then clicked the file. The video opened instantly, and this time, he wasn't sitting at his desk. He was standing, right where he was now, looking up at the ceiling. He didn't move. The video was playing in real time. On the screen, he was standing exactly where he was now, looking up, frozen, just like this moment. His chest tightened. Slowly, very slowly, he lowered his eyes from the ceiling, back to the laptop. On the screen, the version of him inside the video did the same thing, at the exact same time. No delay, no lag, perfect sync. His breathing became shallow, because this wasn't a recording, it was a live feed, but not from his laptop camera. The angle was still wrong, still too high, watching him from above. He stepped slightly to the left. On the screen, the other version of him moved left too, instantly. He stopped. So did the version in the video. His mind raced, trying to process it logically. Hidden camera, remote access, data breach, something real, something explainable. But then, something happened that broke that logic completely. The version of him in the video didn't stop. It took one more step after he had already stopped moving. His heart skipped, because in real life, he was standing completely still, but on the screen, he watched himself take a slow step forward toward the desk, toward the laptop, toward the camera. His hands went cold, because now the thing in the video wasn't copying him anymore. It was moving on its own. He couldn't breathe properly now. His eyes were locked on the screen, on the version of himself that was no longer matching him. In the video, he walked slowly toward the desk, calm, controlled, like he already knew what he was doing. But in real life, he hadn't moved, not even an inch. His hands started shaking, because there was only one explanation left. The thing in the video wasn't mirroring him anymore. It was ahead of him, predicting him, or worse, replacing him. He took a slow step back. On the screen, the other version of him reached the desk and stopped. Then it leaned closer to the camera. His heart slammed in his chest, because now he could see his own face clearly. But something was off. The expression, too calm, too aware, like it knew something he didn't. The video version of him raised its hand and placed it on the laptop, exactly where his real hand wasn't. Then it slowly looked up, directly into the camera, and spoke. His voice, perfectly identical, but colder, controlled. "Don't interrupt." His blood ran cold, because at the exact same moment, his laptop screen flickered and the folder refreshed again. More files appeared, dozens of them, all with future timestamps, minutes ahead, some hours ahead. His breathing stopped. He opened one, the video loaded, and what he saw inside made his legs go weak. It was him, in the same room, but the room was different, messier, darker, and he was packing a bag, moving quickly, like he was about to leave. The timestamp showed 37 minutes from now. His mind started racing. Future timestamps. Live feed from above. A version of him moving independently. There had to be a system behind this. Something technical, something real. He forced himself to think, not panic. He went back to the folder, scrolled past the videos, and that's when he saw it. A file he hadn't noticed before. process_log.txt. He opened it. Lines of text filled the screen. Timestamps, system activity, device IDs. Most of it looked like standard exported data until he reached the bottom. A section labeled Behavioral Model Active. His chest tightened. Below it were lines updating in real time. Input source, visual/environmental. Tracking subject, confirmed. Prediction confidence, 96.8%. His throat went dry. Prediction? He scrolled further. New lines appeared as he watched. Next action, step back, completed. Next action, eye movement, completed. His hands went cold. It wasn't just watching him, it was learning him, tracking every movement, every reaction, every habit, building something. He looked back at the video files, the future clips. They weren't random. They were predictions, simulations, based on everything he had ever done. Search history, messages, behavior patterns, even how he moved inside his own room. His breathing became uneven because one line at the bottom updated again, slower this time, like it mattered more. Model status, near perfect alignment. Then another line appeared, and this one made his stomach drop. Control override pending. He stared at the screen, trying to understand what that meant. Override what? The answer came instantly. A new video file appeared. Timestamp plus 0.214 minutes. He opened it. The video showed him again, standing in front of the laptop, but this time he wasn't confused, he wasn't scared, he was calm, focused, like he had accepted something. Then the version of him in the video reached forward and closed the laptop. He stared at the screen, at the version of himself closing the laptop in the video. His chest tightened, because something about that version of him felt final, decided, like a conclusion had already been reached. His eyes dropped back to the log file. New lines were appearing faster now. Prediction confidence, 99.2%. Behavioral sync, stable. Control override, initializing. His hands went cold. Override. It didn't mean control of the computer, it meant control of him. His breathing became shallow. He looked back at the video. The version of him on screen had just closed the laptop. The screen in the video went black, and for a second, nothing happened. Then the real laptop in front of him flickered. His heart skipped. The cursor moved on its own. The log updated again. Manual input disabled. He tried to move the trackpad. Nothing. Keyboard. No response. The system wasn't frozen, it was locked out. A new window opened automatically. The folder disappeared, replaced by a single line of text on a black screen. Alignment complete. His pulse pounded in his ears. Then, slowly, the laptop screen began to close. He didn't touch it, didn't move, but it kept lowering, exactly like the video had shown. His breath caught, because now he understood something too late. Those weren't predictions, they were instructions, a script, and he had followed it perfectly, without even realizing. The screen lowered further. The room grew darker until only a thin line of light remained. Then just before it shut completely, the screen flickered one last time. A reflection appeared, not from the laptop, from the dark glass. He saw himself, standing there, but not panicked, not confused, calm, focused, like the version from the videos. And in that final second, that reflection smiled. The laptop closed. The room went silent, and for the first time all night, he stopped trying to move.